All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yehoshai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone. Salutes to all the sincere elect out there. All right, back at you with another lesson. So the Father of Spirits has come, he's coming, and he's here, right? The second Ezra's 9, right? He's visiting the earth. He's coming to collect. The Father of Spirits has claimed another devil. Clive Davis, legendary music mogul behind Whitney Houston and Bruce Springsteen, deleted age 94. Davis rose from being a recorded company lawyer to one of the musical industry's most powerful figures due to his knack for discovering future, due to being parasite a psychopath, a leech. That's what the talent that these. By the way, we know for sure. I had to fact check it, right? Where was he? Where did this nigga come from? This leech. Davis was born in Brooklyn, New York, to these people, right? 1948 is a smile at people them, right? As we knew, right, son of Herman and Florence Davis. After spending 4 of his earliest years in England, Davis was raised in the middle-class neighborhood of Crown Heights, Brooklyn. So we don't know anyway. We don't know. He's a small hatch. He looks like a rat, and he's got they'll be wearing them glasses, those tinted red glasses, because they love that color, right? They pursue blood as you love blood. That color red, so shall blood pursue you. Right, so there is that. Yeah, there he is there. Right, the devil. We won't catch up on So yeah, man, that's the father. The father of spirits is definitely coming to collect. Check out this video here. The way it was lightning and thunder last night, lightning and the thunder last night. Most I be mad. Isaiah 63. Right, the anger be burning in his heart. Let's check out a couple of these videos. Anger be burning in the Most High's heart. And boy, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people come out and really break it down about this devil. Let's hear what this is 50 Cent.
Clive Davis is dead at 94 years old. Any death is worth mourning to some extent because there's no denying that he changed the music industry. But don't expect me to respect him.
Yeah, what for gangster rap, man? Gangster rap? And turning you ninjas against each other, make that exploiting the evil eye, exploiting the curses. That's what he did. He did that for sure.
That old man was the prototype for Diddy and Suge, only dirtier. Artist manipulation, sex trafficking, paying people with drugs. The industry has always known the stories. He poured money into Diddy's bad boy empire. And now the whole world has seen how ugly the rape and trafficking allegations surrounding Diddy have become. And let's not forget this. On the very night Whitney Houston died, he still went ahead with his Grammy party in the same hotel. What does that tell you? Whitney Houston didn't need Clive Davis to discover her. She was a once-in-a-generation talent. He just happened to be sitting in the right chair at the right time. How many people did he exploit? How many careers did he destroy? How many lives did he crush along the way? 94 years is
yeah. All right, so how many lives did this devil leech onto? As a matter of fact, let's try and find something out here. How many lives did this devil grab onto and leech and sucker puff and drain and cause their lives to be an ultimate misery? I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on this devil, man. It's just another devil that bites the dust. So when you read down a bit, Clive Davis, musical mogul, deleted New York City in age 94. And it says that Davis was credited for the rise of several major artists. That list include Janis Joplin, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Chicago, Carlos Santana, Bill, Joe, Bruce Springsteen. Right, these names here: Aerosmith, Earth, Wind and Fire, Simon and Kirk Cullen, Slay and the Family, Stone Barber, Star Sand, Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Barry Manilow, Whitney Houston, Jill Scott, Aaron, Patti Smith. Well, these are all heap. So he leached up a whole heap of people, man. You You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got the likes of the Epstein files. Definitely, he was on that. Definitely, the Epstein files, the Jeffrey Epstein, all the Steens, right? That came out. He probably had a part behind the Cosby, the Me You movement. Yeah, probably had a big part pushing that, and all of those that they went. Some of them are still here. Some of them have been proved innocent, even though they some of them in the past have been charged. A lot of them. Right? I've only named a few. Right, but let me hit a scripture for this devil. Right, let me hit a scripture for this devil because he ain't gonna get off scot free. I was going back to the spirit world. Yeah, yeah. Judgment is just begun for that devil. Judgment is just begun for that devil. So what do we want? We want. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sirach. No, it's not Sirach. It's Ecclesiastes. Right, just to show, right, all the times you've been on this planet. Let's read. Ecclesiastes 3 and 14 says, I know that whatever thy power doeth, it shall be forever, and nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And thy power doeth it, that men should fear before him. Right? The Most High is in control of this movie from the beginning, right? And it's going to be eternal for his elect. But for the end of you devils, right? Obadiah 18, going to be the end for you devils. That's the end of the movie for you devils. That's when it stops. But before it stops, 15, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and thy power requireth that which is past. So you ain't going back to the spirit world, and it's will be all and end all for you, because you're going to have to come back down here and serve off your sentence. What you've done, all the men you've exploited and the women you've exploited, and you've got them on the casting couch, you dirty old rotten old man. Right? It's just that's when it starts for you, and whoever's going to have you right on their cotton field, right? Just let me get my 2 cents in, putting my foot up these ninjas up this ninja's ass, right? Because the Amalekite, them are the real ninjas. Carry on. What 50% say? 50%.
Clive Davis is dead at 94 years old. Any death is worth mourning to some extent because there's no denying that he changed the music.
Come on, stop all of that. Stop all of that. Just get into the business.
Music industry. But don't expect me to respect him. That old man was the prototype for Diddy and Suge, only dirtier. Artist manipulation, sex trafficking, paying people with drugs. The industry has always known the stories. He poured money into Diddy's bad boy empire. And now the whole world has seen how ugly the rape and trafficking allegations surrounding Diddy have become. And let's not forget this.
Yep.
On the very night
Diddy's mentor, right? And he done strange things to Diddy. That's why Diddy had that demon on him, that Baphomet demon. He done a lot of strange, and then he pushed all those demons that he had on him on others. So these are the base men that the Most High put in. He put them in control. He gave them the earth is in the power of the wicked. Job 9 and 24. But they have to come back down there. He hasn't got away and serve out his sentence, right? And yeah, maybe the ones that he was exploiting, yeah, they're gonna get their dig. They're gonna get their dig. As a matter of fact, they're probably gonna have him right on their cotton field. It makes a lot of sense, right? Most High require that which is past.
Whitney Houston died, he still went ahead with his Grammy party in the same hotel. What does that tell you? Whitney Houston didn't need Clive Davis to discover her. She was a once-in-a-generation talent. He just happened to be sitting in the right chair at the right time. How many people did he exploit? How many careers did he destroy? How many lives did he crush along the way? 94 years is a long time.
It's dirty,
he got to enjoy all the power, money, and privilege that came with it. But for the people he stepped on to get there, I hope they can finally breathe a little easier now.
Well, they're going to have him, right? They're going to have it. Most are going to find a way for him to pay back his debt to society. What is already written is already written. Ecclesiastes 3, I'll read that again in 15. That which has been is now, and that which is been, that is to be, have already been, and thy power requireth that which is past. He ain't off the hook. I wonder what this dude saying.
Just got
Because they all know about this dude. They all know about him.
just got the news that my dear friend Clive Davis has passed, and
No, I said nothing. No, I said nothing. Anyway, that's all I wanted, man. Sodomite, another devil going back to the spirit world. Right? That's all it is. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this devil. What's she saying?
Clive Davis has officially died at 94 years old. And Clive Davis is one of the biggest music executives that created people like Whitney Houston, Diddy, and more. But he also left us with a lot of questions. We know that Clive Davis was asked about Diddy's charges multiple times, and it's something that he never addressed before he passed away. At one point, he was acting like he couldn't understand.
Don't worry about that. You're gonna come back. He's gonna be addressed, well and truly, good and proper.
What the person was saying, and then when he had to give that up because he couldn't understand, he didn't say a word, got in his car and rolled up the window. Now, one of the biggest things that I always remember
That's
with
a wrap for you, boy.
Clive Davis is TLC actually blamed Clive Davis for that predatory contract where they were basically broke even though they were one of the famous groups of all time. And this is something that I talked about in the past. Clive Davis was the co-founder of LaFace Records that signed TLC, and they also were in a joint venture with Arista Records. And Clive Davis was the one that reportedly oversaw how little that these girls were getting paid based on how much they actually made. The label was ripping them to nothing. This is exactly why they broke into Clive Davis's office, held him hostage by point, and said they wanted release from their contract. And then, of course, we have him signing Whitney Houston at only 19 years old. Even though Whitney Houston had this massive $100 million contract with Clive Davis, it also wasn't as great as what it seemed. There has always been a lot of speculation whether Whitney Houston's contract was predatory or not. Whitney Houston never got this full $100 million. It was based on her having to make 6 albums and also 2 of the best hits compilations. It was based off her record sales, and she honestly never got close to $100 million because there was also fees going to the record company. That's why there's always been this big back and forth on whether her contract was predatory or not. Because of Whitney Houston's struggle and the way the record deal was set up, Clive Davis actually would loan her more money. And then there's always the thing that a lot of people have wondered, what was the note that was given to Brandy right before Whitney Houston passed away? People have always speculated if Clive Davis had anything to do with Whitney Houston's passing because it was a really odd circumstance, especially when he kept the Grammy party going even though she was just found passed away upstairs. And the people that don't think he directly had something to do with it felt like Clive Davis should have had some responsibility because he was loaning Whitney Houston that money, knowing that she was struggling with addiction, instead of trying to get her the help that she might have needed. So at the end of the day, yes, Clive Davis was a huge person in the music industry, creating some of the most famous people of all time. But at the same time, he left us with a lot of questions that we all wish would have been answered.
Enough said about the devil, right? He was a huge devil, right, in the business. He was a huge devil in the business. A huge exploiter of people in the business. So Hebrews 12. And we know what is going on. We know how it's set up, right, the industry. It's set up for you devils, set it up, right? For gangster rap, for the rappers to fail. And you exploited a lot, right? She named a few, TLC, Whitney Houston, right? There's a whole lot more. So Revelations 18 and 5 and 6 goes into their criminal record, their background. It's going to come out and they're going to have to pay all back to society. You ain't got off scot-free. And yeah, the thunder and lightning last night, well, it's a sign. It's a sign that, yeah, there's going to be a lot more collecting of you devils from the earth. Yahushua is mad. His anger be burning in his heart. So Hebrews 12, we're going to end with this. Couple more of it, then we're going to end it. Hebrews 12:9 says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us and gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Yeah, talking about us. All right, 2/3 niggas, and they're unwanted by the Most High. They're rejected by the Most High. The 2/3 ninjas that are going to be cut off. But us, the elect, we're showing respect. We understand the Father and Son relationship, and we honor and reverence Yahweh Hoshai, because they're the Father of spirits. But you devils going to be cut off too. All right, the 2/3 and all the other Goyim nations, and he's came to collect. So you're back in front of him now, knowing what you're going to come back down here to earth to do, to pay back your debts to society. That's the judge of all judges, the Most High. So Clive Davis, you ain't got off scot-free. Alright? Fathers came to collect. I don't make a big deal out of this because it's just what it is. It is what it is. It's prophecy. Psalms, last one, Psalm 68 and 21, straight to the point. But the power shall wound. Let's go to 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto thy power and Lord belongeth the issues of death. So he's came to collect another devil bites the dust. So that's our, you know what I mean? Another devil bites the dust. And the Most High requireth that which is past. To the next one, and you're going to come back and going to pay back all the debts that he exploited people of, right? And all the blood that he collected and the misery that he brought upon the earth. Most High requireth that which is past. Enough said. Until the next one.